What's crackin' Party House boys and girls, and welcome to another very special Party House News Report. The date is Wednesday, February 27th. I'm here, Jarod Simpson, Big Boss Man. My co-anchor is here. Introduce yourself.
Pittsburgh boy. Nick Cyphert.
Nick Cyphert, the man. We do not have our normal cameraman today. He has some midterms to study for. Good luck to our reliable cameraman, Leandro Aristeguieta. Today, we have famous Apple rapper Crow Reinhold behind the camera. And in Party House News, we have a very special double list night from Travis. But first, let's talk politics and news. Michael Cohen, President Trump's former personal lawyer, testified this morning in front of Congress. A big revelation from his testimony is that he will provide a check to Congress that President Trump wrote to him. Cohen says that this check is part of 11 reimbursement checks, paying Cohen back for allegedly paying hush money to porn star Stormy Daniels to conceal an affair the president had. Now, I skipped 2 classes today to listen to this testimony. I thought that there was some big revelations, but we kind of already knew all this stuff. I thought that the Democrats and Republicans both definitely didn't ask the right questions, and there were better questions for them to ask. But, I mean, it was interesting, and I guess we'll see where it goes from here. It's going to be exciting to follow. Next up, Indian warplanes crossed into Pakistan today and performed airstrikes. India claims that at least 40 militants were killed in the strike, while Pakistan says that very little damage was done.
The House of Representatives voted last night to block President Trump's national security wall on the southern border. The Senate is not expected to block the ruling, which will lead to more action from the Democrats.
The United Methodist Church voted today, deciding to end toleration of same-sex marriage and ordaining gay and lesbian members of the church.
On Tuesday, a federal appeals court rejected the Justice Department's request to deny AT&T's acquisition of Time Warner, saying that the merger will cause no harm to competition. AT&T won in a trial last year, but it agreed to limitations that would make it easier to reverse the merger had that government appeal been successful.
The House of Representatives passed a universal background check on the sale of firearms on Wednesday. The vote still needs to go through the Republican-controlled Senate. This bill closes the loophole that has allowed the private sale of firearms to go on without requiring background checks.
And the last thing in politics, the Canadian government has issued 6,000 plus suspension notices to unvaccinated students. This news comes after pushback from the Canadian government against anti-vaxxers due to a measles outbreak.
Thank you, Nick.
Yep.
I decided to switch it up today. I hope that you guys enjoy a little bit of change, because right now we're going to move on to my favorite segment, your favorite segment, Nick's favorite segment, sports! Nick, take it away!
The British Open will be held at Royal Liverpool in 2022 for the 13th time and the first time since 2014.
A little bit of PGA Tour news. I love me some golf. The Colorado Rockies have signed Nolan Arenado to an 8-year, $260 million extension on Tuesday. This contract gives Arenado $32.5 million per season, making him the highest paid position player in MLB history. This title was previously held by Miguel Cabrera, who had $31 million per season. It is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
It is also the 4th largest contract in MLB history. Like Nick was saying, that's a lot of money. St. Louis Cardinals have signed Mike Mikolas to a 4-year, $68 million extension. Mikolas spent 2015 to 2017 pitching in Japan before returning to the MLB to pitch for the Cardinals in 2018, where he tied for first in wins with 18. Mikolas will start for the Cardinals on opening day.
The WWE has announced that the Honky Tonk Man will be the second inductee to the 2019 WWE Hall of Fame. The Honky Tonk Man is the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in company history.
Now, there's been rumors in the past circulating that the Honky Tonk Man was asked to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and he rejected it because of issues with Vince or the company. We're not quite, no one's fully sure, I guess. But it's nice to see him in it. He is definitely probably the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. So it's nice to see him finally get recognized. And now on to football news. The Dallas Cowboys defensive lineman Randy Gregory has been suspended indefinitely after his 4th violation of the NFL's substance abuse policy since 2015.
Philadelphia Eagles will not put the franchise tag on 2017 champion quarterback Nick Foles. This decision means that Foles will hit free agency on March 13th, where the Jacksonville Jaguars and other teams will look to make the quarterback offers.
The Montreal Alouettes have released Johnny Manziel per the CFL's request after Manziel violated the terms of his agreement with the league.
And finally, the Pittsburgh Penguins beat the Columbus Blue Jackets 5-2 tonight.
Woohoo!
The dominant win comes after the Penguins lost 2 key players in Chris Letang and Brian Dumoulin on Saturday. The Penguins will play the Buffalo Sabres at home on Friday.
Let's go Pens. And now, let's move on to entertainment. Lil Pump will be a guest on WHRB Harvard Radio this Thursday to answer fan questions. This comes after an announcement that he would be conducting Harvard's commencement speech, which the college denied. Now we're going to cut to Logan George to interview him about this. Great interview, Logan. Thank you very much for participating. Nick, it's on to you.
This morning, Nintendo announced that the 8th generation Pokemon game, titled Sword and Shield, is officially coming to the Nintendo Switch this year.
That's exciting news. I'm going to have to pick up a Switch soon. What do you think, Nick?
I think so.
I think so. Anderson .Paak has announced that his new album, Ventura, will be released on April 12th. He has also announced a new tour featuring guest artists such as Earl Sweatshirt, Thundercat, Mac DeMarco, and No Name.
All good artists.
Great artist.
Fantastic artist. And now, for a quick little update in entertainment, T-Pain released a new album titled One Up. Aquaman 2 will be released in December of 2022. And finally, Andy Anderson, former drummer for the band The Cure, has passed away from stage 4 terminal cancer at the age of 68.
Sad to hear. It's extremely sad to hear. I was listening to The Cure when I was writing up the reports for this. It's terrible. But it's time to brighten those spirits, because you know what time it is. Nick, you know what time it is. I want you to introduce it today.
Party House News.
Party House News. The big one.
The big one.
Exactly. First off, we have famous Apple rapper and now cameraman Crow Reinhold apparently made fun of Nick Cyphert today before I got to the party house. Nick's going to tell you all about it.
Yeah, so today Leon started getting really deep on a comment that I made. And
you can do that sometimes.
And so I made fun of him. Now Crow is calling me the name Simple Nick.
Simple Nick.
See, there he goes again.
Talking in the studio. I mean,
Getting under my skin.
What are we going to do with him?
Simple Nick. But on the better news, Logan George, one of the 13, sitting right over there, he got 22-cent raise at Walmart today. And next week, he gets a bonus, and he also works 4 days next week.
4 days next week. That might be a record for Logan. He almost never works. He's always out of money, but he seems to complain about how poor he is more than Adrian does. It's kind of weird, but, you know, it's whatever. Wow, I'm just kidding, Logan. We love you, man. Now on to a weird one. So today in the group chat, Prince told us that he is a father. I'm going to have to follow up on that one and let you know. It's kind of weird. I don't know. We'll see. What do you think about that, Nick?
I have no idea what that means.
Okay, well, we'll find out, and we'll let you know. And finally, the big one. We have a double list from our boy, future UFC fighter, Travis Ates. Travis listed us his 3 least favorite breed of dog, and it goes Chihuahua, which, yeah, I gotta agree with you, Chihuahuas are not the best. Golden Retriever, that was weird. That's a weird one. I like Golden Retrievers. Yeah, I mean, you know.
Shout out to Gracie, though.
Shout out to Gracie. Great dog. And his last one was Wiener Dogs. So he obviously has something against Party House Boy dogs, because I have a Wiener dog, and I love him dearly. Nick, what do you think of my wiener dog?
I think your wiener dog is one of the best wiener dogs that I know.
Shout out to Fred. And now we have Travis's top 4 farm animals in order.
It's 3 in orders.
That's 3 in orders, ladies and gentlemen. That's a Party House News Report record. At number 1, he has cows. I have to disagree with him on this because I am attempting to cut milk and dairy products out of my diet, but I understand why he would have cows. They are cute. They have the spots. You know, cows are dope.
Gotta love the spots.
Gotta love the spots. Number 2, he has rooster. I don't have much to say about roosters. They don't really interest me.
Wake you up in the morning.
I guess. Whatever. Number 3, he has goat. Now, I don't know much about goats either. I never had goat cheese. So, I can't comment on this one either, Nick. Do you have anything to say? Yeah. Close enough. And number 4, pigs. Now, those are the dirtiest farm animal.
But
so,
one of the tastiest.
The tastiest pork is good.
Pork is good.
Overall, I'm going to have to say this might be one of the strangest lists we've had on this show, but we're running out of time. I'm going to have to wrap it up for today. I'm Big Boss Man, Jarod Simpson. This is my co-anchor,
Pittsburgh boy. Cyphert.
Shout out to fill-in cameraman Pro Reinhold, who's not actually behind the camera tonight. He's to the side. Shout out to our studio audience tonight, Logan, Travis, Giabella, and not Jim, because Jim's sleeping. Signing off. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.